Hey there, do you like videos on the analysis of game mechanics? Pew pew. Well, just pretend that you do for the next few minutes, okay? I'm going to be talking about rock, paper, scissors mechanics using the game Age of Mythology as an example. Age of Mythology is an old real-time strategy game, focused and themed around mythological creatures and gods of the ancient era. You gather resources to spend on civilian, buildings, and military units, and try to conquer the other team through whatever means necessary. So, rock, paper, scissors. Everyone knows it. Rock beats blah 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 blah. Age of Mythology has a version of this called the unit triangle, where archers beat infantry, infantry beat cavalry, and cavalry beat archers. In games, these systems are often implemented because they're both easy to understand and easy to remember. The main thing we'll be focusing on today is how to make a rock, paper, scissors system interesting, and it ultimately boils down to three things: asymmetry, synergy, and alternatives. Can you imagine playing a computer game version of rock, paper, scissors? It would be incredibly boring. You just pick one at random and hope for the best. Well, what if we change the rules so that a win by a rock grants you 2 points? See, this small change actually drastically transformed the way the game is played now. A win by a rock is preferential, it's the most strongest of the choices. But this means your opponent also wants to play rock, which in turn makes paper a safe choice and a very good counter, and by contrast, scissors is a very risky play. This is the core of what asymmetry means. In Age of Mythology, archers have a ranged attack, cavalry have fast movement speed, and infantry are cheap and fast to train. Archers are highly sought after, as in Age of Mythology there is often no reliable way to heal units, and archers are able to attack out of harm's way. And as a result of archers being sought after, cavalry are also desirable. Even when it comes to their weakness, infantry, they can still run away from battle. There's a little more to it than that, but you get the idea. What this does is force you to make a decision about the way you play. Having an equal amount of all units is not the best strategy, and it is up to you to formulate the best plan. This leads into the next point, synergy. Synergy. What does it mean here? Well, it's simply about having a build in mind, one that maximizes the advantages of your playstyle and overcomes any disadvantages. In Age of Mythology, if you're quite preferential to archers, you might want to choose gods that will grant you arch upgrades to capitalize on, or choose one that helps infantry, so you can have something to protect your archers. Let's go back to rock, paper, scissors to explain. Imagine your opponent has purchased upgrades to their version of the game, and now win 3 points if it's a win by rock. You on the other hand win 2 points if it's a win by rock or paper. By your opponent's choice, scissors is an extremely risky move, but it won't matter for you. You will naturally prefer either rock or paper, as it's more profitable for you. Paper especially is a fantastic counter against rock, and your rock is neutral against their strong rock. You've selected an upgrade that capitalized on previous stratagem, given that rock and paper had strong synergy before. All this video I have talked to you about how rock, paper, scissors makes a game more interesting, but that's a complete lie. You never see games based purely on this style of gameplay, it's always deeper than that, and that's because you need to offer alternate methods to win. In Age of Mythology, myth units beat human units and hero units beat myth units. The latter two are very resource heavy or limited, but a small number of Cyclops will still rip through an infantry force, just the way God intended. There's a few other curveballs you have to deal with, depending on who you're playing against. What's the point of all that? Well, in a lot of these games, they're measured in meaningful decision. It's split down to bad decisions, good decisions, and better decisions, and part of making meaningful decisions comes down to the options at your disposal. See, the rock, paper, scissors mechanics is something that lays the framework for how you play, but at the same time there has to be other options that, depending on the circumstance, are a better or worse decision. There's more to it than just that, of course. You're also introducing a level of depth and mastery to the game, as well as inducing the general psychology of making, comparing, and justifying decisions, but hopefully you get the general idea. Well, that's the 3 basics behind rock, paper, scissors based system. Thanks for pretending to be interested in game mechanics, and thank you for watching.